guys, I'm Yasha, and today I'm going to talk about food and ideal diet. Now, many of us have been going on diets because they're saying that they're too fat or they want to grow skinny and stuff like that. And I have seen many people trying to go on diets, but they're not taking the proper dieting rules, which I'll be talking about today and what rules you should take in when you're doing your diet. Now, can I just eat carbohydrates? Well, the answer is going to be no. It's going to be a really bad luck for you if you're going to just take carbohydrates because we need a balance of everything. You can't just take carbohydrates into your stomach and let the body use only carbohydrates. Now, our body actually needs food to produce energy, and we can't only take carbohydrates to help our body do work. A balanced diet actually provides sufficient energy for the performance of metabolic work, although the energy could be in any form. A balanced diet provides all dietary requirements in the correct proportions. Ideally, this could be 1 over 7 fat, 1 over 7 protein, and 5 over 7 carbohydrates. If so, then what should I do? Because I can't just take carbohydrates. So what should I do to have an ideal diet? Now, there are ways of doing an ideal diet, and these are: step 1. Reduce the amount of carbohydrates. Take a moderate amount of carbohydrates such as rice. Don't take excessive carbohydrates. If not, your body would have not, it wouldn't be a balanced diet. Secondly, eat more on vitamins, but don't take too much because it might cause other health problems too. So, you're gonna ask me, what is a balanced diet? Now, the balanced diet is, like as you see in the graph, fruit and vegetables should be eaten first and more. Second comes the meat, fish, eggs, beans, and other non-dairy sources of protein, and that should be taken moderately, not too much, not too less. Drinks and food high in fat. Those food which are high in fat, you should be careful with and you should take lesser of them. Thirdly, milk and dairy, which you give calcium and stuff for your teeth and bones, and that should be taken not excessively but moderately. Fifthly, you have the bread, rice, potato, pasta, and other starchy foods. So try lessen taking starchy foods, that means food with starch and sugar. First things first, you're gonna learn what is malnutrition. Malnutrition is the lack and or excessive amount of nutrition. If you eat too much of nutrition, that might also cause you malnutrition. If you eat less amount of nutrition, that will also cause malnutrition. This is the reason why you should take in moderate amount of nutrition. Secondly, you're going to learn why do we need carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. Well, we need all three of this is because first reason your body is gonna use it for their growth. Secondly, it's gonna use it for repairing any body parts which have been injured. Thirdly, it is used for energy. So we use carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins to do our daily work. Step 3. What are heterotrophic? Heterotrophic is other feeding living animals, meaning that we feed on other living things. We don't produce our own food and eat it. So, before taking a diet or going on a diet, make sure you have carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids in your food before taking them in. Now, what is carbohydrates? Carbohydrates, a source of energy. Glucose is oxidized in respiration to release energy for active transport, cell division, muscle contractions, and the manufacture of large biological molecules. Excess carbohydrate can be stored as glycogen and as fat. Carbohydrates are digested in the mouth and small intestine and absorbed as glucose. Refined sugar are absorbed very rapidly, giving a sudden boost of energy source such as digested and absorbed more slowly, giving a steady supply of energy source. Starches are called slow-release carbohydrates. Now, what are lipids? Lipids. Fats and oils are an important source of energy. They are especially valuable as an energy store because they are insoluble in water. They also provide insulation, electrical insulations around the nerve cells and thermal insulation beneath the skin, and form part of cell membranes. Steroid hormones, including sex hormones, are made from cholesterol. Fats and oils are digested in the small intestine and absorbed as fatty acids and glycerol. Some lipids contain saturated fatty acids and others contain unsaturated fatty acids. The body can store unlimited amount of fat, contributing to obesity. The incorrect balance of saturated and unsaturated fatty acids or an excess of cholesterol can cause diseases of the circulation. What is proteins? Proteins have many functions including in the catalyst, meaning enzymes, transport molecules in hemoglobin, structural materials such as in muscles, hormones such as insulin, in defense against disease as antibodies. It is digested in the stomach and small intestine and absorbed as amino acids. 20 different amino acids are needed to make up all of the different proteins in the human body. Some of these must be supplied in the diet as the body cannot make them. These are the essential amino acids. Proteins from animal sources usually contain all 20 amino acids, but plant proteins often lack one or two of the essential amino acids. Deficiency of protein causes poor growth. In extreme cases may cause marasmus or kwashiorkor. So what can you do? Being on a diet is not a bad thing unless you take it too far. And you have to be moderate during your diet. You have to take balance of everything. Thirdly, don't take too much of carbohydrates. That's one of the main points, because if you take in too much carbohydrates, you take in less proteins, which will not be an ideal diet. Fourthly, take in equal amounts of vitamins, carbohydrates, and proteins. Vitamins and minerals. Vitamin C is water soluble, vitamin D is fat soluble, and minerals such as iron and calcium. Vitamin C also seems to protect the cells from aging. Vitamin D can be made by the body just under the skin, but only if there is plenty of sunlight. Iron is added to foods when metal utensils are used in cooking. The amount of iron in a piece of beef is double when the meat is minced in an iron mincer ready for making burgers. Calcium. Calcium storage causes rickets, the same deficiency disease caused by insufficient vitamin. The summary of a balanced diet. As you see here, this is the food pyramid, and you see fats, oils, and sweets used sparingly, which is at the top, meaning that you eat them less. Don't take them a lot. Next, you see milk, yogurt, and cheese group, and that you should take 2 to 3 servings. Meat, poultry, fish, pulses, eggs, and nuts group, you should take also 2 to 3 servings. Vegetable group, you should also take 3 to 5 servings. And fruit group, 2 to 4 servings. And finally, bread, cereal, rice, and pasta group, 6 to 11 servings per day. And we have come to the end of my video, so here's an inspiring tip. Eat clean and look lean. Remember, always have a balanced diet.